Gentlemen, welcome to stream. Definitely, please give me sound check. Tell me whether or not I'm coming through in that crystal clear, high fidelity audio that Americans love so much. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Please do throw down 5 by 5 to let me know that I am direct and live in a way that you would like to receive me. Thank you, gentlemen. Volume levels increased as requested by member. Working on accents. All right, I do voices. I'm a YouTuber. YouTube. Giving it that one-time sound check, one-time classic MACABESPEED Media Machine Air Gun Underground sound check. Trying to rock and roll for you boys in 5x5. We are absolutely broadcasting at the razor's edge of speed today. There's over 10,000 kilobits a second being broadcasted, so hopefully everything is direct and live. I do have a good, solid stream for you boys this morning, guaranteed not to disappoint. Grab your coffee, grab your popcorn, whatever it is you start your morning with. Let's get into this. Windy 33A, my guy, you've been here since the absolute beginning. It is an absolute privilege and an honor to have you in the members section, in the comment section, with us this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Airgun Tactical, I see you as well. Getting into this shortly, boys. As people start to go ahead and trickle into today's stream, I just want to go ahead and thank each and every single one of you for being here this morning. Go ahead and light this candle, huh? Let's get into it. Typically, I would come onto the stream and absolutely rip it with the ringside announcer actual style intro that so many of you know and love. But this guy right here is giving me a world of problems. Went ahead and bought the budget MP3 player off of Jeff Bezos' Amazon instead of the iPod. And what happened to it? Within a matter of weeks, the screen on it is cracked and gone to hell. So I have no control over it at this point, right? So no ringside announcer intro today, just me and my smiling face. Good morning to each and every single one of the 10,000. No, there's not 10,000 of you. It's goals, right? Goals. You got to believe to achieve. So good morning to each and every single one of you who are out there. We have an action-packed stream with us today, and I want to go ahead and give a special thank you to AirGunTactical.com in the house with us. Airgun Tactical not only is a channel partner, but also a channel member. So they kind of eat their own dog food, as it were. You know, if you have something that you subscribe to, but you don't necessarily support that, well, maybe you don't really support that, right? This is a guy who not only is supportive of the channel with, how do I do this? This Avonix Viper, right? I'm bad at the point thing, okay? But there's an Avonix Viper in 25 cal back there from this guy, and he went the extra mile to get into the members section. Hats off to you, brother. Absolutely great pleasure to have you in the stream today. Finding Torikins, good morning. You're like the 0.1% of female population on my channel. That's why I always say gentlemen. It's not like I'm like excluding females, right? I have no desire to exclude anyone based on anything except poor behavior from the airgun industry, right? So definitely welcome to the conundrum, and cheers. Why didn't you say I was out of focus? Am I out of focus? I feel out of focus. Better. Actually better. Wow, actually better. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this so you guys aren't just left waiting with what we have to get into today. Very first thing I want to talk about, the pressure of the magazines. The magazines, the high capacity magazines, they exist. And the high capacity magazines are coming to you gentlemen extremely soon. I can't express to you like what it took to go ahead and make these exist. I traded the rest of my youth. I have significantly more gray hair now than I had in May when I started out with this idea. I definitely traded a piece of my soul to get these things to physically be in front of you. But I do have some things to show you today. And because I have been just inundated with pressure from questions and comments and everything to go ahead and give an update, I'm going to do so live with you gentlemen. Let's get into it. Them's mags. I'm not just like sitting at my house doing nothing, right? They're all like labeled with dates on them, testing as recently as 3 days ago on these. I mean, I'm actively working on this. Why is this taking so long? People are getting mad. Like, people are really starting to give me some shit and get mad at the fact that these are not out on the market yet. I can't give you guys something that's going to break your valve pin every time you use it. I've broken no less than 5 valve pins developing this, and there's no way that I'm going to put something in someone else's hand that's going to be detrimental to the lifespan of their air rifle, you know, for any reason. So until this is like dialed in, every single time I fill it with lead, it spits it out and there's no problems. It's very, very, very difficult for me to, with a good conscience, sell these to people, right? So we're about there. We're just about there. The final steps of tuning are going to be taken over the next, I'd say, 2 to 4 weeks. And before Halloween, S45 high capacity 3D printed magazines will exist for you guys. This is basically what the sizing ended up at. Let me get a tracking focus cancel here. I got my tracking stuck on me. Hang on one second, guys. And can I do this? Am I good enough on my muscle memory to hit the right button? I think I got it. I nailed it. All right. Success, dudes. This is where we're at with it. Really clean. Super strong. Ultra mega super strong. And this holds a lot. This holds a lot of shots. This holds, I don't want to go out on a limb and say it, but it's 20 plus, right? 20 plus rounds in that magazine, and this smaller one here, right here, holds more than 12. More than 12 to 15, depending on what the spring tensions actually end up being fully ironed out as when we get through all of the testing. And like I said, I'm doing this testing for you, not for me. It's been hundreds, probably over 1,000, maybe even close to 2,000 rounds that it's taken to get it to this point. And this is honestly and legitimately where I am. If you don't like what you're hearing right now, well, you don't like hearing the truth, because this is like the genuine transparency, the realest way that I could possibly give it to you with nothing held back. Having said that, Terminator 30 caliber magazines are getting ready to ship for the people who have pre-ordered them at this point. Air Power, watch your mailbox. You're going to be getting 2 magazines here in the next week or so for the 30 caliber Terminator. Run them, brother. Run them. You are going to like what you get with those magazines. 357 Terminator magazines also at the finish line. Those are getting close to being released. 357 Terminator, once again, not as violent as the S45 and the S45 Mini. So it was an easier developmental task to go ahead and take care of and get done than its bigger brother. But you know what? I think that we've gotten to the right answer with both of the Terminators. And if everything I can put together works as good as those 2 offerings, I will, with a good conscience, be able to sell these to you guys. And that is ultimately what it comes down to. That's why you don't have them yet, is because ethics, right? I can't just snake oil people as a public figure and then not have it perform. So that's where we're at with that. Had to really get that out first and foremost off my chest. Second thing I wanted to talk about is also magazine related, and it's something that maybe a lot of you guys might have had a question with. Recently, I had an order go out the door on a print, and it got half returned because the mag doubler kits that I have been putting out for, let me grab one. The mag doubler kits that I've been putting out for the S45,
I haven't been real solid as far as how the instructions go, as far as what it actually takes to utilize this and double your magazine capacity with the stock Bintac S45 mags. All of my kits come with a tap and a die, a drill bit and a tap, and you're going to want to go ahead and drill out these top 2 holes. As you can kind of see there are some threads, and those have been tapped by the supplied tap. These 2 holes right up here are going to be the ones that are going to be getting you into the end zone with the mag doubler. And what you would effectively do is just go ahead and put them right over the corresponding holes on the mag doubler. Obviously, this requires you to go ahead and disassemble the magazine, drill those 2 holes out, and then run the tap through it. It's a super, super, super simple process. I know guys out there are going to be not only able to take care of this, but when they cut some threads, I know I get a gratified feeling whenever I cut threads. It's a really, really super gratifying thing to do. So guys are probably going to enjoy this process as well as be able to do a good job on their end DIY style at home. Once you get it at this point, there's grub screws that already come in these mag doublers from your shipment. Right out of the box, it's going to have screws in this back of the mag doubler. Tighten them on through. Just tighten them on through, get them to the point where they're flush with that inside race. Good to go, man. Repeat performance on the other side, and then you yourself will be left with a MACABESPEED mag doubler ready to rock and roll and spray hate for 12 solid rounds. I have a video that is coming out very, very, very shortly that showcases these magazines. But once again, I did a shitty job as far as my instructions are concerned. So it shows none of what I just explained to you guys. You guys are like my secret inside members club. Let's see what the chat's talking about and see if I'm getting roasted. Or if no one can hear me. Who knows? Maybe I have technical issues, right? Let's see, gentlemen. Oh, here we go. I have a 357 Terminator. I rarely shot for protection. Shot today and I got a mag fatigue. Got extended mags for the 357 Terminator. Last reel in the house. Welcome to the conundrum. Let me go ahead and just nope, that's 9mm S45. Okay. Where's the one that says Terminator on it? Do I not have it here? Is it here? What's that say, my guy? Works. Terminator 357. What's that mean? That means I got through testing on this one, and this one was an absolutely finished product. This guy right here, it holds a lot. It holds a lot. You're getting close to the 30 number out of the box in the Terminator 357, and it's almost only half due to my own skill, right? I was partnered with hard, super hard partnership as far as getting these things in the end zone. And that's from Nick at NSA. If you guys are looking for some super, super high quality slugs from an absolute fixture in the airgun community, Nick at NSA is really, really tough to beat. I test a lot of ammo, right? I deal with a lot of ammo people, and there's some really solid people out there. And there's some good newcomers who are putting out some good stuff. But few people have stood the test of time the way that Nick at NSA has. Ben Kelly, good morning, buddy. Good morning. Everyone's got out of work in time to catch some. Hell yeah. Last reel, how can I order? The magazines for the 357 will be dropping ASAP. I am putting out a full video on those magazines the same exact way that I did with the 30 caliber magazine, and we're going to test the hell out of them. I'm spending all my own ammunition on this. I'm going to go ahead and potentially run it. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens to my gun, happens to my gun, but we're going to run some lead that day. I'm going to put it on video. I'm going to show you guys how it works. I'm going to give you every shortcoming, every advantage, and you can make your own choice. And if you guys really like what you see, they're going to be available for you at that point, man. We're at that point. I mean, look at the quality. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with 3D printing, but it took a fucking lot to get here, man. I'm sorry if you got kids in the room. This was very difficult, even with the small amount of banding that I'm left with here. This is very, 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 very surface finish, smooth touch. These work so good. The adjustable spring tension in the back is going to give you the ability to tighten your spring over time so that if you do end up with a spring fatigue, you just crank it tighter, brother. Get that thing right back in the game. That's why I'm not giving out solid numbers on what the max capacity is on this one. The Terminator 30 caliber, you can put 26 rounds in that magazine, but I'm only marketing it as a 20 round magazine because I know that over the course of time, 2 or 3 slugs worth of space will be taken up by an adjustable spring tensioner as that spring wears out. Once you get to the end of your tensioner, hit me up for replacement parts. I'm not holding out on you guys. I will have replacement items. Every single component. You need a follower, you need a spring, you need a whatever. I almost dropped another F-bomb. Whatever you need, I'm with it. I got you guys. Let's talk about NSA a little bit more because we're talking about the 357 Terminator, and there is a specific question from a very solid subscriber, M. Donahoe, whose slugs are working in the 357 Terminator. NSA slugs are working in the 30 caliber Terminator and the 357 Terminator. As keep making air guns great. Hell yeah. Darren ERP, fixture in the chat, fixture in the community, and a super chat champion, my guy. I consistently see him throwing down the ovation of donation. One of the strongest ways you can support this channel, and I can't thank you enough. Hell yeah. I heart this. Can I heart this? No? I thought I could click it. Well, I heart this. This is cool for me. This is very cool. Excellent. I got all squirrel, but it was for an excellent reason. Darren ERP, welcome to the conundrum. Great to see you, my guy. M. Donahoe, it's NSA. Let's talk about it. You know how small NSA boxes are, right? So this is a lot of NSA boxes in here, and every single box of ammunition in this box was comped. Why am I very, very clear on that? Because that means two things. A, other people see the value in what I'm trying to put together, and they like the direction that we're going. B, I don't want anyone out there to think I did this alone. Because I'm just a guy. I'm just one guy, right? I'm just one person. My time is stretched thin. I don't have the money or the time to be able to cast ammunition for my own magazine, so I have to defer to experts, man. I have to defer to experts. And Nick at NSA is an expert and a half. Some people are only half a man. That's a man and a half right there. This guy puts out solid stuff. Every single round in every box is always the same. There's no inconsistencies. It's straight homogenized. And the weights are on the money too. Why does that matter? Because if you're doing something outside the box like this has to have the exact same size projectile every single time, or I'm going to run into failures based on inconsistency of ammunition because I already have a less than CNC perfect piece. 3D printing is just not going to be as good as CNC, but we can get close. So the ammunition, the stuff is in my control, has to be perfect. What are we talking about? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Yeah, I watched Dora. I know the cinco comes next. Yep, that's right. 5 plus some that I've already burned up. These are all unopened boxes of 79 grain. This is your golden ticket. This is what I'm winning with. This is what I got the 357 Terminator for the light slug version to the finish line with. There is hopefully, by the time I get everything sussed out, going to be 3 versions for the 357 Terminator because that caliber and that gun is versatile. So I feel like a midweight, a heavyweight, and a lightweight slug mag should exist. Why they got to be different? Because all these magazines, if that channel that takes the bullet is not perfect, the bullet's going to rotate. So I can't put a longer slug in a short mag. Right, there we go. These 79 grain slugs are perfect for the lightweight stuff. One more time for those of you who might have missed that screenshot. If you're interested in purchasing a 357 mag, definitely get yourself a box of these while they're like readily available now. It's a lot of ammo. It's a lot of hard work that got put into producing that ammo. So once again, please don't think that I'm getting to the end of the road as far as these mags are concerned by myself. It was definitely a joint effort from some really talented people who are helping me see this thing through to the end for you guys. Story time and coffee time. I don't feel like I'm amped up enough for my typical crowd here. Darren ERP, we're only halfway through your super chat donation. I see the bar up there on my chat window, and I cannot thank you enough once again. cheers to Darren ERP, the founder of the Feast, first thing this morning. Broke out a special blend of coffee today. It's the winter blend from Trader Joe's, and I absolutely love it. So I try and have one jar or one can of it that I only touch on special occasions, and I felt like this was a special occasion today on this live stream. I received an email about 4 days ago. I'm just going to go tell you guys the whole story here. I received an email that said, "Congratulations, MACABESPEED, effectively. We're going to partner with you. You have a box coming, and this is your QC code." And I kind of scratched my head for a second. I don't send these people no emails. Who are these guys? What's going on here? So I reread the whole email, and it's a company called American Air Ordnance. And American Air Ordnance effectively saw my Blitz videos, liked my Blitz videos, and then put together a magnum round for the hats on Blitz, from what I can gather from their email, and they've shipped me a whole box of them. So I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Someone saw our existing body of work, was inspired by that to the point to go ahead and partner with us without any collaboration whatsoever, and they sent the box. And I was like, you know what? The only way that I could even come close to accepting something like this is if I do so live and vet the company on live stream. I have a serious responsibility to you guys at this point. This year is the worst year on record in recent history for Lowe's, Home Depot, Kohl's, Walgreens, Rite Aid, American Outfitters, or American Eagle, Urban Outfitters. Like, big untouchable people are seeing huge losses as far as inflation and the price of things and what consumers are spending on. So I have a responsibility to you to make sure that what I am telling you as a reviewer is accurate AF, because I understand on my end, my bills are expensive too, right? I understand it's getting harder on my end to get the paychecks necessary to cover all my costs. So people out there who actually have to like pay for their hobbies and stuff, they're probably feeling it even more than I am, which means if I don't tell you the truth about a product, I should just quit doing YouTube. Just get off YouTube. Don't press record anymore because you're a liar, right? I don't want to be that guy. What I do want to do for you guys is show you through my experiences what you might be able to intelligently invest your own funds on to go the best distance per dollar. That's really what it comes down to. And if these people from American Air Ordnance happen to be in that quality category at the right price point, then, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll see what's going on and we'll partner with them and we'll go ahead and give them the nod. But I'm unwilling to just randomly give people the nod until we vet them, because I can't with the good conscience sleep at night knowing that you know, Google AdSense pays you and you get your ammo for free, and you know, these guys and the people in the comment section, they send you a bunch of stuff. You better be honest, dog. Real stuff. All jokes aside, you better be honest with that kind of support behind you. Let's get into the unboxing for American Air Ordnance. Oh, it's a heavy box. Y'all got a lot of faith, dude. You guys got faith. You guys got fucking so much. How much is this? 16-pound box. And it's a medium priority mail with one wrap of tape. That's ambitious. But you know what? I've seen worse. I've seen worse. This is good to go. The fact that it stayed together is shocking. I'm excited, though. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Because, you know what? I think a lot of ammunition companies do send me stuff because they know for sure there's no way I'm going to bullshit the people watching. Which, on the inverse, means if I give them the nod, probably good stuff. LLC 247, what up? Oh, there's a note. Hold on, you gotta read the card. It's a heavy box. I'm not looking forward to picking that up again. Oh, dang. To whom it may concern. Usually when I get a to whom it may concern, there's like a subpoena with, hey, American Air Ordnance to MACABESPEED. Congratulations, we have decided to sponsor your YouTube channel. Enclosed, you will find a range of pellets and slugs for you. The CEO is a big fan of yours and said to tell you, I'm quoting, I must have watched that Blitz 2x4 video a dozen times. It's fire. I understand why you would do so. Thank you for the support. That's cool. The fact that you know my content library, I mean, I don't expect you to watch every video, but know who you're in the room with, right? This is good. This is good. This is good. I'm going to try the best I can to pronounce this correctly. Keith Laquan, good morning. Welcome to the Conundrum. Welcome to the Conundrum, my guy. We will be sending you even more products, including a large supply of 30 caliber pellets ordered specifically for you by the CEO. Enclosed, you will find 22, 25, 45, and 50 calibers. Damn. Including a prototype 50 caliber hollow point round, not yet available for sale. We call these decimators. Oh, that's sick. They are in the unlabeled tin. They are for 510 barrels, i.e. the Umarex Hammer Air Force Texan, and weigh 400 grains. I have no 510 ammo, so this helps greatly. They offer maximum lethal expansion. We also have included pellets in the 30 caliber as well as 357. Our website is AmericanAirOrdnance.com, and you can also reach us by email at AmericanAirOrdnance@gmail.com. This is cool. This is what it really says. Screenshot me if you want. No F's given. This is a real deal. These guys are cool. I will say this though. This is why I have the responsibility, right? Where's my thing at? Do I have a chat? Have I been on large screen this whole time? Dang! Dang! That's crazy. That's crazy. Ah, I can't believe that. Let me see if I can at least go ahead and make sure I got everybody covered here. Respectfully appreciate your strategic focus to innovate and new development for S45 high-capacity magazines. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, K. Hathawaka. I tried. I legit try. I try. Hooked on Phonics didn't work for me, but I do try and make everybody's name exactly the way they anticipate hearing it. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of this box. Oh my god. Shit. There's so many tins. There's so many tins. The one thing that I will say to you guys, just initially right off the bat, just in case American Air Ordnance is out there 100%, you guys got to vacuum seal. If you vacuum seal your tins won't roll around in the box. Just make a flat pack, right? And just put all your tins in the flat pack and then go over to your food saver in your kitchen. Well, not in your kitchen, right? Because it's lead. I have one in my garage, but it is a food saver, right? You hit the little button, hit the seal button, put it in there, good to go. And it stays that way. If there's no sharp edges to puncture that seal, you're going to get really safe shipping almost 100% of the time. Let's get into this box. Atlantean Tarot 777. Agree, Max FTW. Hell yeah. Eddie Moit, welcome back to the Conundrum. I recognize you, my guy. It's great to have you back. Ooh. This is good. Right out of the box. This checks all the boxes for me, and it's gonna for you as soon as you see what I'm looking at. Wow. That's cool. What do you like about this besides America, F yeah, and then 50 cal, and then Sabots? Dude, this is a good tin all by itself. I'm gonna... Oh my goodness. I'm geeking out here. I have to look at them. Taped shut. Windicator. You could put this down by your target to gauge your wind if you guys didn't know that. The old school windicator trick. You guys see them first. They're stacked. They're clean. Look at the tops. Look how uniform the top is. Let me tilt it like this so you guys can just see across that flat plane. It's actually not a joke anymore. I'm starting to open tins and starting to see some actual real shit. Oh! Okay, so the bullet did fall out of the sabot, but I think that's to be expected with the sabot round, especially one that's actually got the side cuts. Just got jammed around in shipping a little bit. This is cool. I've never seen this. I'm sure they're out there, and I've seen the power belt stuff for muzzle loading, but this is cool. I have never seen this for air guns. And it's specifically marketed for air guns on the tin. It says handcrafted for hunters by hunters. I also like it because it's kind of got like this, I don't know if you guys can pick it up through the camera, but it's got like this sepia tint over it, right? It's like got this old school vintage coloration. Can't quite get it to pick up the same way, but it isn't a full white background on this tin. It's actually like an off-white, and it makes it look vintage. I do like this. This is cool. This is cool. Somebody took a lot of care to stand all those pellets up. Straight up. No matter what anybody says, that takes time. Somebody put those in there one by one to get them all to stand up like that. That kind of attention to detail bodes well for the rest of the box. Let's continue. Just going to randomly reach down and grab this guy. These 255 sabots, these are 255 sabots also. Potentially the same. It would make sense. Wouldn't make sense to have two different rounds that are the same weight, right? It's confusing. But once again, they're all stood up. See, you guys got the right idea with the bubble wrap flat pack. But this would be super solid vacuum sealed. There's a lot of tins here. This isn't a cheap box. That's why I have a responsibility of honesty. You have to have integrity if people are going to give you this much stuff. The people, other people in the industry consistently got to pay for it. If you're that privileged, dude, you better be honest. I mean, that's the main reason, right? That's the main reason why most people don't shoot more, is because it's extremely cost prohibitive for the average citizen to just go ahead and go to the range. I mean, you can spend $100 at the range every single time you go. And that's with no powder burners. Cool. Cool. 45 cal, 234 grains. I can't believe how many tins they sent. Especially for like no previous collaboration, right? Like I have absolutely no contact with them before they sent this box. And then it showed up. And now here we are here on the live stream, you know, unboxing it together. I think this is cool. 234 and a half grains. Also 45 cal. I haven't seen a single slug that looked ugly. You know, like sometimes you look into a tin of pellets and you end up seeing like, oh, that's an ugly one. You know, I haven't seen that quite yet. But I'm gonna open every tin. I got time. You know what I mean? I got time, so I'm gonna open every tin. 234.5. Again, 45 caliber. It'll be interesting to see if these fit a S45 mag. Big 234 grain. The gun might not like it, though. That gun likes light slugs. Ben's right. He's not talking shit to you. Having developed magazines, they like light slugs. It just is what it is. It's physics. Inside of that, my magazines do run 200 grain hollow point slugs from Jim. Maybe they run these too. I don't know. Same exact caliber, same exact tin. And you know what? I'm not going to open this one. Same exact caliber, same exact tin. I'm going to let this one be as well. More bubble wrap, more tins. Yeah. You got to think, if this is 20 bucks a tin, 15 to 20 bucks a tin, we're already getting close to the $200 mark. I'm very, very, very grateful to be in a blessed enough position to have companies want to work with me on this level to where I can pursue the hobby to go ahead and further the experience for everyone out there. I really, really, really appreciate this. I can't say thank you enough. Especially when it turns out to be good, right? Like, if someone wants to send me a next generation egg slicer, I'm not going to be interested. But if someone wants to send me like really cleanly produced ammunition in good quantities with absolutely no reaching out on my part, hell yeah, send away, brother. That's cool. 357 9mm 80.2 grain Diabolo pellet. So this would be good for stock Terminator magazines. We're going to count all these tins too when it's all said and done. We're going to see exactly what was sent because this is a gracious gift. This is definitely more of a price tag of ammunition in front of me than exists in my own checking account. Like I couldn't physically pay for every tin in front of me. There wouldn't be enough money in my account. .2 grain, 357 9mm, and these ones I do want to look at. It's more important to inspect the pellet-based offerings than it is to inspect the slugs. Slugs inherently have a lot of mass. Typically, they're very resilient, right? There's not a lot of thin surfaces. They have very thick surfaces on the exterior of it, as opposed to the wasp-waisted design and skirt of a pellet. That's where you start to get your deformation, is in the skirt itself. And from what I can see, I don't see anything that's beat up. What do you guys think? I'll just turn it as far as I can without dumping them on my desk. Oh, I fucking dumped it anyway, damn. You know what? It was so graciously given. I'm gonna take the time to put that one back. For as long as I can remember, like, if a pellet fell on the floor and the skirt bent in half or something, I'll just throw it away. Now I'm like, you know what? Every round counts. Every single round counts. Every one. But that's back in the day, though, when I was actually shooting, 4.5mm, 177 caliber stuff. If you're shooting 177, it's like a penny a shot, so you can afford to throw one away if it's not perfect. Ooh. This might be human food. 34.5 grain boat tail slugs, 22 caliber. All you small bore boys, check it out. I know those small bores, man. People underestimate them, myself included, but you can go distance with the right small bore, with the right slug. I mean, just look at those sub 12 foot-pound guys. The UK guys do some incredible stuff with 12 foot-pounds or less in these small bore calibers, and you just check it out. You'd be shocked how far 12 foot-pounds can go with the right stuff. Shout out to all my UK shooters, man. I like you guys. Especially Roger Late. Roger Late's cool. And Airgun Sniper Elite. Big shout out, Airgun Sniper Elite. If you're not subscribed to that guy, go subscribe to that guy. He's a cool dude. Not just as a YouTuber and as an airgunner, but as like a human being. That's a cool guy. Oh shit, these are cool, man. These remind me of Apex. Apex slugs shoot good. Those shoot really good out of my Huben. So this is probably going to do nice. This is going to be a full review right here, right in this tin. That's cool. That's very, very, very cool. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in my comments section having Christmas Day over here. Their website is about to be inundated. I bet, brother. I bet. Agreed, America. Hell yeah. I like the red, white, and blue tin. So do I. I do definitely like this a lot. There's not one thing so far that I've been able to catch that immediately strikes me as something that pisses me off. Terminator is my next purchase. Beowulf, absolutely a good purchase. I'm going to say something that's probably going to break the comment section. I've really started to like my 30 caliber Terminator over my 357. The 30 caliber with a big mag, I don't know. There's just something good about it. It really, really, really runs silky. That one, I don't know. It'd be a hard toss-up because a 357, there is a small foible that a lot of people don't know about the 357 Terminator versus the 30 caliber Terminator. The 357 Terminator does not have as heavy of a hammer spring as the 30 caliber does from the factory. That's part of the reason why sometimes you inherently have mag failures with the 357 is partially due to the mag, but also partially due to the fact that there is a weaker hammer spring in the 357 than the 30 caliber. Maybe it's not on everybody's, but I got both of them. And the 357 hammer is lighter than the 30 caliber. That 30 caliber benefiting from the stronger spring rate of that heavy hammer spring. No problem. No problem. You're hitting off and it's making all the right noises and you hear that bolt. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. It's slapping those things right into the breech where it's supposed to. Same type of a test with the Terminator 357. It's just like coaxing them into the breach. It's like sometimes you got to F it, sometimes you got to make love to it. The Terminator 357 makes love to it, 30 caliber F's it. I'm into F'ing it. Let's do that. There we go. That's the best way I could put it. Hell yeah. Drop a like if that made sense to you. Ben Kelly, Garrett, how you doing, my brother? Hell yeah. Doing good. Thanks. How about you? Cool. It's cool to see that the members recognize and interact with each other as well as interacting with me. Atlantean Tarot 777 agreed. I modeled a 2240 when I was young, and that gun is still awesome. It absolutely devours slugs. Hell yeah. I've not seen you test an AEA 22 cal varmint. It's because in general, I don't like small bore. My only small bore that I have left at this point is a Gamma 177 Big Cat that I've had. It's my very first air gun. I'll never get rid of it. I've killed like over 100 things have met their end with that rifle. So I'll never get rid of that one. 22 caliber, I have a Hubin. I have a K1 Hubin, and it's sick. It's super sick. And I don't know, I'll never get rid of that one either, right? But that's my only two small bores. All right, let's continue. Continue slugs. The other thing that I'll say about like bubble wrap versus vacuum sealing, the bubble wrap tape thing can be kind of a pain in the dick to pull off of everything. Whereas you get that cut with the vacuum sealing and then it's just all open for you, right? There's a lot of benefits here. I'm not talking shit, you guys. If you're out there, American Air Ordnance, I'm only giving you solid, real critiques that will help you improve your product line and the shipping and fulfillment to your customers down the road. So please don't think I'm poking at you. I'm totally not. If I'm poking at you, you guys will know. But this is definitely just constructive criticism to help you guys improve that much more. Everything that I've seen so far at this point from American Air Ordnance, good stuff. I think that what we're seeing also with the emergence of new vendors, new companies, new people bringing products to market, is I think that we're directly seeing the effects of a recession. I'm going to say it. This is not a political podcast. But 100% great companies are born from the fires of adversity that are spawned from recessive times. Hard times spawn better men. So what we're seeing at this point, everybody's having these issues getting standardized traditional jobs that provide good income. People are being kicked out of the industries by AI. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. So people are pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, starting companies instead of going under and folding as a human being, right? They're making the choice to continue to fight, but fight for themselves instead of giving up the fight on employment completely. And I think that's why when we have these recessive type times, we have so many new great advancements in companies born from that fire of adversity. I don't know, man. You ever seen a hillside the next spring after a fire? It's awful green, dude. .50 cal 320s. 50 cal 320s. Let's pop them both open. A lot of lead, man. I'm grateful for this. I'm super grateful for this. This is awesome. I don't know why. I half expected it to be cheese dick stuff. Just because I'd never gotten an email. They kind of just like, went for it. I don't know. I expected it to be subpar, but I'm pleasantly surprised in this case that I have got extremely high quality stuff in front of me. I'm sitting here looking at it, not showing you guys. What a dick. Good looking stuff, man. Find the defect. I can't. That's good. It's nice too, man. Some of my ammo boxes were definitely becoming depleted from the entire process of putting these mags together. I've got mags in 30 caliber all the way through 457, and we've got 50 and 72 caliber magazines. Hell yeah, we got that stuff in development. So it's not cheap, it's not free, but it is coming, absolutely coming, and ammunition donations like this definitely further us down the road. Oh my God, you would not believe how many more tins there still are in. Oh, this must be that unlisted one. You ever gone to a restaurant and you flexed on everybody there? I had the waiter come over. Pick me your best wine that's not on the menu. And he comes back with a handwritten list from the dude in the back. And then he brings you a bottle of wine after that point with no label on it. Ugh. Now, I've never done that, actually. I've seen that in a movie once. But it feels like that's what I'm doing here, right? It feels like that's what I'm doing here. Hell yeah. What's up with the Fat Boy 700 1000cc front tanks for Terminator? I would like to do away with my rear tank and get folding stock. It's possible. Last reel, you've asked some absolute catalyst questions this podcast. I'm going to keep you in suspense for the unlabeled version here for 1 second while I answer a question. The 357 Terminator has the same exact valve diameter as an S45. Not length, but diameter. Let's talk about this. This is critical. This is effing critical. I'm really glad you brought this up, dude. This is a Terminator 30 caliber valve with that horrible little stupid check valve that always leaks and has an impossibility for filling through that tiny little stupid hole right there. The S45 valve fits that Terminator receiver diameter-wise. You just got to chop the back end of the S45 valve off where all that dead space aluminum is and give it the right length dimension here. I have already done this to both of my Terminators. I got an S45 valve in my 30 cal and an S45 valve in my 357. They fill like that right now. Immediately, if not sooner, they are filling, which is a stark contrast to the way that the Terminators used to fill up on the stock valves. Second thing I got the ability to do now, if I wanted to, I could push all the way to 4,500 PSI as seen in Bintack's video. Third thing I got, if I felt like it, I could have gone carbon tank because the S45 has a carbon valve. Booyah! Booyah! Making history. No, it's not making history. I'm not the first guy to do this. But I am doing it. I did do it, right? How many people have actually followed through and done it? I have S45 valves in both my Terminators, and they work killer. That's all I'm going to say. Unlabeled. Unlabeled. So last reel, to go ahead and sum it up differently, go to bintacllc.com. Get yourself an S45 carbon front valve. Talk to Ben. He'll talk you through this whole process. Look at your stock valve. Measure the length. Then have a machine shop, or if you feel comfortable doing so, cut the S45 valve to the length of the Terminator valve. You will then be able to install that valve into your Terminator with no modifications, dude. Cool, cool, good to go, good to go. That's a hack, dude. I'm telling you, the Terminator boys, it's effing hack to do S45 valve. Unlabeled, unbuyable, first to have them. Wow. What are you shooting at with these? T-Rex? Those are bombs. Mega bombs. That's crazy. That's a very, very, very long round. These are 510 caliber, I believe, from what I was reading on the paper there. Nasty. Pretty much whatever got in the way of that, it's going to be made dead. That's some interesting stuff. I feel like I'm going to have to get an M50 in 510. Maybe I'll get a 510 M50 just so I can test this. Because I know, guaranteed, Umarex ain't going to mess with me. They hate me. Umarex definitely dislikes me greatly. So I'm not going to be able to get a hammer, but we'll see what other options come available. I think I can get an M50. This I'm interested in. 30 caliber, 45.2 grain, Diabolo pellet. This is Blitz food, no? Seems like it. That'll fit the magazine, no problem. Kind of interested to get to the 25 caliber stuff, and I know it's like something you guys don't see me shoot a lot of on this channel, but the 25 caliber stuff is going to be a great asset to the filming of the Avonix Viper. That's right, if you guys weren't here in the beginning of the stream, this guy over... How do I do the point thing on camera? Here, that's an Avonix Viper 25 cal. That's right, it is. And you know what? The thing's sweet. The thing's sweet. Just about 18 to 20 foot-pounds of energy. I have yet to see it jam in my possession. It's been extremely good. It is gratifying to shoot as far as semi-automatic, and the way you pull the slide, it feels intuitive, it feels clean, works good. Oh, I thought I saw a misshapen one, but I didn't. Oh, fuck. Under my laptop. Great. Now you're part of my desk forever. It's under the laptop. It's running the stream. I'm not risking that. No two pellets are worth ending a stream. It's as solid as this. AEA Element 51 cal will do the trick. I don't have an Element Max. I've actually never even held an Element Max in my hands. I like that cool little hammer design that's in the back, but the single shot aspect of it doesn't really appeal to me. I know a lot of people are having the good successes with those Element Maxes, but honestly, I myself, I have not yet touched one. Wonder if they're too long for the mags on the 510 Bullpup. Guaranteed. For sure. I've had a 50 caliber Bullpup, and I know the sizing on the mags, and the sizing on the mags is if you take a Lee mold that's 320 and shave it slightly so it's a little bit shorter of a round, it's like 310 grains when it's all said and done, that's the biggest thing that you can stuff in there. That I personally know for sure. I think this is it. That's it. We got these 3 tins here. This is what I mean about the whole tape and bubble wrap thing. 25 cal, 46.5 grain, boat tail slugs. .5 grain, I think it's the same tin. .5. So they've sent 3 solid tins of this, so, which means that they have a great confidence in it. If you send 3 tins of something, that means, oh, this is your go-to, bro. Very cool. Very cool. Nathan Pettit, welcome member. Good morning to you, my guy. I've never owned anything the little heart icon's killing me right now. by Avonix, but I hear they are great quality. You are not being misled. They are great quality. Mine is absolutely incredible. AirgunTactical.com is where I did get mine, and he does have them in stock. He doesn't really keep the 22s in stock because they're anemic, but the 25 caliber is bringing some heat to the table, and it's sufficient to do the job at hand. Having said that, if you guys are interested in an Avonix Viper, this guy over here, definitely do 100%. Check out airguntactical.com. See you, my guy. I see you. I'm looking out for you, right? I try to get that reciprocity. Cheers. That's funny. You ever think of something funny and it's kind of like an off-color comment, but you still have to make it because it's funny and you're people who'd understand? This segment is unofficially sponsored by Ball Mason Jars. Drink bitter coffee and grab life by the balls. Hey, if Ball Mason Jar doesn't reach out to me for that plug, you tripping. All right. Let's get into the next segment of our talk here. Let's talk 3D prints. 3D prints for S45 Mini. I, just based on the integrity that I've talked about earlier in the stream already, refuse to send this shit out. If I have a printer error and your surface finish comes out ugly, you'll never know. Because I won't ship it to you like that. It'll just get reprinted until it's pretty. This is for a customer who has been very, 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 very patient. And I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little backstory insight on what actually goes into these 3D prints. I have all the files. Somebody calls in. Somebody orders one up. We print it out. We give them an estimated time frame. This sometimes happens. Sometimes you have printer errors. I have to go to work every single day. I'm just like a regular guy like the rest of you. So I'm not sitting there hawking over my printers every single second that they're running to know whether or not they're correctly doing their job. If they get to the end of the line and they do something like this is going to be hit with a baseball bat on film, right? It'll never go out like that. But we do have the ability, like I said, because I don't know, I'm unwilling to send it out, that we get stuff out of it as a finished result like this. You can see all of our supports are all nicely in place. Nice, solid, smooth finish. Good looking stuff. This is good. This right here, this is a nice piece. It's going to complement someone's airgun well. And that's a level of quality that we do like to have go out the door. We have 2 packages that are shipping out today. We've got one that is shipping out for a Hats on Blitz. Absolutely gorgeous piece for a Hats on Blitz. And we have a, oh, good Lord, run into your mic. Way to go, YouTuber. A Hats on Blitz mini, or excuse me, a S45 mini kit going out today as well. Very cool stuff. Definitely a good compliment to your air rifle. And as you can see, maybe you can't see. Let me see if I can do this without ending my stream for quote unquote handling something that's not something, but even though they call it something, you know. Sick. Sick. Super sick. YouTube's been weird lately. YouTube's been really weird lately. I can't show stuff I want to show on live stream. I can't say stuff I want to say on live stream, but I give you guys the absolute best that I possibly can. And I hope you did catch that little juicy clip of that Avonix Viper. It never gets old for me, man. That slide's so buttery. It's so buttery. I do like it. As far as a small bore is concerned, it better be making, you know, I don't know, 223 of velocity and energy, or it better be absolutely huge on the miles per gallon. That's the only way a small bore works for me, and the 25 caliber Avonix Viper definitely checks that box. Circling back around to the 25 caliber ammunition that we just unboxed, let's go ahead and count up how many total tins we have here at this point. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, 19 tins, boys. 19 tins, boys. I'm telling you, even if it was only $15 a tin, that's a significant investment. This company believes in us. And you know what? I absolutely can't thank you guys at American Air Ordnance enough. I do hope you are in the chat, in the conundrum today. And if you are not, you will definitely eventually see this because I will link you heavily in an email I'll send to you today. I'm happy. I'm happy, man. I really, really, really do like what I see come out of the box from American Air Ordnance, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Got one final thing that I really, really, really want to share with you guys. How many of you guys out there are Defender 2 owners? I'm a Defender 2 owner. Double Defender 2 owner. I got 2 of them, right? Mr. Twin Guns over here. No, that's a subscriber's name. He's a cool guy. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a cool guy. I got updates, man. They changed the firing pin style. Yeah. If you're out there and you're a Defender boy, you know that your firing pins have come apart multiple times, and you have had to put that stupid little ring back inside that firing pin housing and pray for the best for the next shot. Sucks. Totally sucks. Takes a good idea on paper of the Defender 2 cartridge system and absolutely neuters it by making it like this most unreliable system possible with the catalyst, the firing pin being poor. I got new firing pins. I know where you can get new firing pins, and we're going to go over them right now. Let me grab them. Got to be careful with my ears right now. Both sides of these have already broken off, so I've had to actually Gorilla Glue them in place at this point, and any flex to them whatsoever is potentially sending them into oblivion. So we got to be careful. Got to be careful. Let's look at this, man. What do you notice right away? Guaranteed, if you've taken yours apart, you know for sure that little tiny hole has not existed previously. I'm not going to fake it and act like I know how that little hole helps things with the Defender 2 firing pins, but I have yet to have a failure at this point. Shot it probably 25 times. That right there gives me confidence that they've gone ahead and listened to the public, made an improvement, and implemented that change. One second, I'm a burp. That's the kind of thing that people want to see. And you know what? Man, how do I put this? People are going to think that I'm like an un-American communist. But really, it couldn't be further from the truth. I'm just tired of seeing what the average American consumer has become. There's a difference between a European consumer or a global consumer and an American consumer. The global consumer will have a problem with an item, and they will take that item apart, and they will suss out whatever it was, and they will fix that and say it was just a small problem. Whereas typically the modern American consumer will get something, have a problem, throw a fit, post about it, tell people why the company is trash, and never make any attempt to fix it on their own. Case in point, saw a 3D printer video. Guy in Croatia was doing a 3D print review. A couple of wires got smashed in the extruder. He pulled the extruder cover off. He fixed it. He said it was no big deal, and he moved on with his life the same way any normal person would. I've seen other people that are more domestic do the same types of reviews and have an absolutely skewed perspective as far as the way that they present things. Why am I even saying this? The AEA Defender 2 is an excellent idea. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If you think the AEA Defender 2 isn't a good idea, then you're not looking close enough at the real true facts. That has been clouded by poor publicity due to the modern American consumer. Instead of looking for a solution like this and trying to work with the manufacturers, I've seen so many people just absolutely slander and slam the AEA name and the Defender 2 name. First off, if you don't like the AEA product strictly because they're a Chinese product, that's a 100% racist statement. And you can say whatever you want about my opinion on that, but if you discount a product strictly based on country of origin and no other factor, you're a racist. And I really believe that, right? So the whole Chinese thing, that's got to be thrown out the window right away. The AEA thing, I know AEA is a new company, but you know what? I think that at one point microwaves were also new, you know? So it's like you're going to go ahead and have the technology catch up to where people say, oh, this is actually a good thing, versus what's being said right now as far as like, oh, AEA, that's like the bottom of the barrel quality, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Let's look at it on the other side of the coin, right? AEA is making developments every single quarter of every single year for the last 3 years consecutively. There have been upgrades to their platforms. There's been different offerings. There's been more advancements. There's been more things, more features, usability brought to the consumer. And what did we do? We got given all this advancement that Crossman, Benjamin, all these other companies couldn't give us for like 10 years. And we're like, oh, why don't you just make O-rings for one gun instead of bringing all these new ones out? Take care. But come on, dude. If you look close enough at any technological advancement, there's always a product testing phase. There's always a first gen. There's always an upgraded version, right? You get to that upgraded version because consumers take the time to suss out the problems and work with the manufacturers to try and get these things ironed out, like enough people have, myself included, with these Defender 2 firing pins. Having said everything that I've just said, I'm not un-American. Not even a little bit. I just want to see tougher Americans come back into circulation that aren't so destroyed by minor issues that they can't function with their regular life. They have to go and spout it off on the internet, you know? If we all just take a little bit of time, use the brains that God gave us, look at the problems in front of us and see how we can go ahead as consumers, learn something and fix the problem at the same time. And if we can't fix it, relay that information to the manufacturer, you're going to get solutions like this. This is wrong, rubbed you the wrong way, this might not be the channel for you, you know what I mean? But these are my real honest feelings, and the people in the live streams get the absolute uncensored straight dope. Let's see what the comments section if I'm canceled yet. No comments. So either I have no worries here. So here we go. Love the barrel band you sent me. If it's my Challenger Pro, hell yeah. Love to see the Blitz barrel band. Noise. Oh. Awesome. Mine hasn't failed yet on my first Defender 2, but the other one fails once in a while. It's good to know we got some updated pins. I did not forget to send, my guy. I did not forget to send. I'm just inundated with things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes the devil is in the details and they get lost in the cracks. I'm going to make sure that you go ahead and get into the two things that I'll be shipping off today, the mini kit as well as the Blitz kit, and I'll make sure I send you an email as well. I do have your contact information, my guy. AEA products are awesome. Mac, if the pins are good, I'm definitely buying a Defender 2. Let me get to the range this week. Let me beat the shit out of mine. Let me absolutely beat the shit out of these things on film. And if they pass that test, we'll just fill it up like 50 times. I'll bring a tank and we'll just fill it up like, you know, whatever it takes to make you guys feel comfortable. And then we'll go ahead and see what it really comes down to with these firing pins. I want to believe in them. You know what I mean? I really do want to believe in them. But after all the problems that I've had so far with the Defender 2, I'm going into it skeptical. Hopefully you guys have really enjoyed this live stream. Hopefully you guys have liked having a live stream as opposed to just, you know, shorts and long format content. If you guys do like the live streams, make sure you throw it down in the comment section so I know what direction to kind of taper the content for you, gentlemen. If you say the new pins bring significantly more reliability, I'm getting one too. I will absolutely be filming with it this weekend then. Absolutely be filming with it this weekend. And you can expect that to be prioritized over other videos that I have in the queue that I have not edited yet, because I'm working on Macs, so that you guys can see the true litmus test of these new firing pins. If they do work, and they'll be working or failing in one with a nice front end on it as well, so you know it's going to work in the absolute most rugged conditions. I think we'll be able to have some faith in the Defender 2 going forward. I think it's going to be a great place to go ahead and end today's episode. But if you like today's episode, give it a thumbs up. Want to see more content like this? Make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the videos as well as when these live streams come out. If you really like this live stream and you enjoyed the conversation and talks that we've had today, make sure you share it so that somebody else can see it. Not catch you boys in the next one. Rusty, bro.